Welcome to Eastchester Vault Week 7. So today we're going back to the year 1992, where we have the 3-0 Eastchester Eagles facing Pelham in the Colonial Cup, who I believe Pelham at this time is 2-2. And anytime Eastchester Pelham get together, it's usually a fun game. And this was a situation where Eastchester had come into the game riding high. They're 3-0. They had beaten Byram Hills earlier this year, Irvington, and they beat the number one seed Briarcliff team 21-14 the week before. So Eastchester's playing with a good amount of confidence at this point. And they are now currently ranked the number 3 team, I believe, in Class B. So they are moving up the charts right now, and they have a big game versus their rivals, Pelham, that definitely is going to go Eastchester's way, as you're going to tell. So you will notice quickly that Eastchester has a very potent rushing attack, and they have a bunch of different ball carriers. They're pretty much led by Elton Lee, number 1. He has a very good game on the ground, rushing for over 100 yards. Mike Palmiato also has a pretty good game, and John Patone seem to be in the rotation the most part. But then towards the end of the game, you'll even see a 4th running back, Moro Piccinini. Sorry, his name's a little tough. Has a very good game as well. So they have a lot of running backs, this Eastchester team at this point. And when you have a lot of running backs rotating in, you obviously have a very strong offensive line. Nick Dentato's on the offensive line here. Anthony Iasolo is going to be on the offensive line, and they're going to just have a very good game, okay, versus Pelham at this point in time. There are other offensive linemen, too, you'll see throughout the game. Eastchester, when you play in a game, you'll sometimes have the offense lead the way, the defense lead the way, the special teams. But this was a game where all 3 phases of the game were working. They're going to have a big play on defense, they're going to have big plays on offense, and they're going to have big plays on special teams. So this is a complete team win, as you'll see from beginning to end from Eastchester, and they're going to get off to a pretty good start and coast the entire way versus Pelham in a just very nice complete game by this 1992 team. There'll be some good sacks. There'll be some big defensive plays, some big runs, some big explosive plays. The only thing you pretty much don't see is a lot of passing, because when Eastchester gets up early, they're going to rely on that very strong rushing attack to go forward here. So after this, Eastchester will go on and actually finish with a very strong 7-2 record. They will win a bowl game towards the end of the year, but this game was chosen because you really just see a very special rushing attack and a very complete team win, and I think it's a good thing for the current players to see. Just not always these dramatic games, a nice dominating win's always also good to see as well. So we'll see a lot of different players throughout this time. The quality of the film for 1992 was pretty good. Hopefully you guys are able to pick up a lot as this is going on, but you'll see a very good team win by Eastchester here going forward. So without further ado, we'd like to welcome you to Eastchester Vault Week 7, and we will now start Eastchester versus Pelham. Please enjoy.
And we're ready for the kickoff now. Bop approaches it, and it's a squibbler taken by one of the up men on about the 30-yard line, and he fights his way up to about the 37. Ackerson was of Eastchester. Split to the left is the end, and taking the ball is Elton Lee, circling left end, and he gets close to about the 44-yard. Ball is handed off to Lee, but he's dropped. Montesano making sure his backs are set. End split to the left. The handoff goes to Palmiato, and he's dropped for a loss also, back on about the 33-yard line. And Tesoro is back there deep also for the Pelicans. Nice kick taken by Jimmy Long on his own 30, and he is going to break loose around the right side. He's finally ridden out of. We played 9 minutes. We have 9:32 remaining in the first quarter. No score, just the start of the high snap. But Maldari gets it and makes a nice kick out of it. Tesoro has it at the 35, and he is going to be. Is he going to be trapped? Yes. Nice tackle on the play at about the 38-yard line. Long and Tesoro. Handoff is to Tesoro over the facilities of Cable 35. We're in the first quarter. No score. Pelham and Eastchester annual Colonial Cup game at Memorial Stadium. Here is Bop back to pass and picked off by Eastchester. Try to identify that young man. Bop's pass, a beautiful interception. Montesano hands off to Elton Lee, the 40-yard line of Pelham. Montesano back to pass, and he does not complete it. It's incomplete, intended for Dave Bernardini. These two teams have been going at it for a long time. And here's Elton Lee cutting over right tackle, and he's all the way down to about the 28-yard line. Has a first down. 6:09 and counting in the first period. No score yet, but Eastchester threatening. Palmiato gets the call, gets to the 25-yard line before he's... Eastchester on the move right now. The pitch is to Elton Lee, gets around the right side, gets close to the 20, crosses the 20, and let's see, he went into the end zone, but I guess they blew the play dead at about the 9th tonight. 4:41 and counting in the first quarter, no score yet. Elton Lee carries very close to the first down as he gets down to about 3 years varsity, and they've played a lot of them on Blue Devils over the years, so they know what they're doing up front. Here's the handoff to Elton Lee around the right side, and he is going to go very close to the goal line. Obviously has another first down. 4-yard line, threatening to get first blood, and here goes Elton Lee, and deservedly so. He got the call, and he took it over the left side behind the excellent blocking of the left side of the line. That's Doug. Well, actually, that should be Sarasi, and it is good.
Number 17, the kicker, Jeff Maldari.
So Maldari kicks it. The ball is fumbled, but recovered by number 24 of the Paul Bopp is the quarterback, number 10. Jimmy Long, the tailback. Bopp is back to pass, and it's intercepted. And he may go all the way for a touchdown. That looks like maybe John Patone, number 6. John Patone, a senior, but there is a marker down back on the 32-yard line. Chester touchdown. All right, here's Sarasi attempting the point after. Montesano, the quarterback, is going to be the holder. There's the snap. The kick is up, and it is good. And Cherry Bronxville anymore, so that Eastchester Tuckahoe game could really be shaping up to be something on November the 14th. Okay, here's number 33 picking the ball up, Lauren Fusco, and he gets it out to about the 30-yard line. He's swarmed under. Long way to go in this game, so don't tune off your sets yet. Bopp is barking out the signals. And on the option, he takes the ball and doesn't get past the line of scrimmage, but he hands off to Jimmy Long, and Long is going to go all the way for a touchdown, but there is a flag down. There are several flags down on the back on the 30-yard line. On both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. Bopp on the option, pitches to Tesoro. He's hit in the backfield and loses yardage. Split to the right is Joe Cernecchia. And attempting to pass is Bopp, and he is sacked. He sacked Dave Bernardini. And
we'll try to bring that to you at the end of the season. At the end of the game, we have a trivia question for you on that in a little while.
This is Michael Tesoro back to kick. Elton Lee back there with Palmiato. Lee has it at about the 44, battles his way down to about the 37 before he's swarmed under in on the starter.
Passing formation. And they are throwing.
Montesano, as a penalty flag is thrown. We'll see if that counts. Wonderful. It's great to see. Jerry Fishoff is here from the volleyball games, and we'll hear from him later. This is Elton Lee juking his way down to about the 38-yard line. And on that stop, among others, was Watcham, but he did get a clean bill of health from the doctor to play tonight, so he's looking real good so far. This is Mike Palmiato, loose around the left side. He's ridden out of bounds inside the 20 by Tesoro, getting them loose around the ends as well. And Elton Lee gets the call once again. Not too much yardage on that right side. Palmiato and the coach's son, John DiArco. Here's the handoff to Lee. Down his score, already leading 14-0. Second and goal at about the 6-yard line. Mike Palmiato gets the call, bangs his way past the 5 to about the 3. I believe they're the brothers of Peter Runge, who was a great basketball player. Here's Palmiato circling the left side. He's in for the touchdown, and Eastchester now leads it 20-0. No team up to attempt the PAT here. There's the snap. Ball is placed down. The kick is up and good. Sarasi, perfect on the season. And Eastchester now leads it 21-0.
We'll have the arms of the game next week.
Fusco is deep along with Tesoro. It's a short kick, and it's down at about the 34-yard line. Oh, it's tomorrow. So Haldane, which has already lost to Tucko in a tough game, 14-13. There are no pushovers. Okay, Bopp leads them out. Ball is given off to Jimmy Long. Cuts over the right side, and he's brought down. Given me, but anyhow, it's Codio, and he's quite a heck of a player. Jimmy Long once again gets the call. He has got the first down as he gets to about the 47-yard line. And split to the right is Paul DiDomenico, number 35. Bopp hands off to Long. Long gets to the line of scrimmage, maybe picked up a couple of yards. Coming in. A lot of people just getting home from work not too long ago. Here's Bopp. He's going to try and pass. He's back. He heaves it way over the head of the intended receiver, Wayne. Palmiato is deep along with Elton Lee. In punt formation is Tim Carley, the sophomore. See if Eastchester puts any pressure on them. There's a flag on the play as Carley boots one to Elton Lee at about the 24, juking his way up the middle, and he is loose. And he looks like he's going to go all the way for the touchdown. 66 yards for the score. But there are flags all over the field. We'll see if that ball gets called back. Otherwise, it was a fantastic run of 66 yards.
Just tough all around.
Okay, a squibbler by Maldari, and it's going to go out of bounds. Going to go out of bounds at about the 27-yard line now. So we'll see what Dave Moskowitz, the head coach, has in mind for the Pelham Pelicans. And a tackle in the backfield. Fusco is dropped back on the 25-yard line for a loss. Eastchester just dominating both sides of the ball. Ball is pitched to
Flag off the ball carrier.
Looks like Eagles. First and 10. This is only their second first down of the game. And Bop once again on the option. Looks like they found something on the right side here at Memorial Stadium in Mount Vernon. Bop is hit behind the line, but the ball was pitched to Fusk early on. And there's movement on the line. Don't know who.
6 yards.
And it looks like we have a new quarterback in there for Pelham. Jimmy Long is the quarterback. And he is dropped way back on the 39-yard line. Big play by, that looks like, let's see who that was for Eastchester who made that play. Looks like Bobby Hunt. Mickey Morgan now an outstanding linebacker for Iona College.
That's right.
Okay, Long still in there at quarterback, and I guess Moskowitz, the coach, is just trying anything now to get something going offensively with Long a threat with the option to go all the way at any time, but he hasn't gotten going yet. Long is back to pass, and it is incomplete. Long once again at quarterback. Long trying to pass and completes a short pass, a screen to Tim Carley.
Unfortunately, they're all on this side of the field, so you don't see him in the camera.
Carley in punt formation. There's a flag down as he gets a beautiful punt away. And it gets away from Lee. He's going to watch it roll, and it's going to be whistled dead at about the 5-yard line. But there is a flag down. Back on his own 21 right now. It's the snap, boots it away, a short kick this time, end over end, and it takes a Eastchester bounce now, and it's down at about the 42-yard line. First and 10. Ball is given off to Palmiano, and he darts his way up the middle all the way down to about the 44. Patone, a senior, 5'10", 175 pounds. Doesn't get to carry the ball much. Patone once again gets the call all the way down to the 30-yard line and kind of resigned to this. Mike Palmiato to the 25-yard line. Tackle made by Trombetta. His backup, by the way, the sophomore. Lee gets the call, gets down to about the 23. Trombetta once has raised an interesting point as to whether Sarasi could hit from 25 yards out. I wouldn't be surprised, but he's not going to do it. Here's Elton Lee juking his way down to about the 15, but it looks like time has expired in the first half. That's it with the score at the end of the first half. Eastchester 28, Pelham nothing in this annual Colonial Cup game. I'm Paul Votano along with Len Inzio, Jerry Fishoff, our combination statistician and producer, and deep for Pelham is looks like Wayne Walcott is back there, along with Tesoro, who drops the ball on the 15-yard line, and he's hit down immediately on the 15.
35-yard line.
I see, okay, Bop barking out the signals. See if Pelham can get anything going here. On the option, he carries the ball to about the 20 for them. And Jimmy Long, who is their featured tailback, hasn't done much at all tonight. In motion is number 44, Cernecchia. Here's Long with it, and he gets almost nothing. John DiNardo made the tackle. This team is still fired up.
Number 31 is Mike Palmiano.
And a high snap from center, but Carley gets it away. Not a very long kick. Takes an Eastchester bounce at the 40-yard line. It's down there by the Pelham Pelicans. 1st and 10. Ball inside the 40, about the 38. Montesano with it, and he's going to try and pass. And over the head of Elton Lee as
Montesano's been a quarterback for 2.5 years. He started midway through his sophomore year, and he was a good passer, and I think he still is a good passer. He's just having a tough time this year.
Picked up a couple of yards. No, 3rd and 9 for Eastchester. Montesano, southpaw back to pass, and it is complete to Bernardini, the first completion of the season.
Paul, you better hold on that.
There's a flag down. This place has been the scene of some many great football games over the course of time. Here's Montesano back to pass, fires it complete. Palmiato makes the reception. He's ridden out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. And that definitely is the... Okay, 7:37 left in the third quarter here. Eastchester up 28-0. 4th and 7. Here they go. Montesano attempting to pass is dragged down for a loss. And that looks like Matt Runge, one of the Runge twins, made their own 38-yard line, 1st and 10.
I believe this is their best field position in the night, too, Paul.
It certainly has been, or is. Here's Bopp on the option, looking to pitch,
out of bounds.
But he had no room to third quarter. Bopp hands off to Long, going on the short side of the field. He's ridden out of bounds. There's a flag on the play. And Anthony Isola made the tackle, but I don't know what he was expected to do. I mean, again, to see if they're going to start to throw the ball now that they're in Eastchester territory. Bopp hands off to Long, who gets loose over left tackle, battles his way down to about the 32 or 30. Ball was given to number 35, Paul DiDomenico. Alan Meltzer will pick up the Eastchester Eagle anytime now. And there's movement on the line. As,
number 72, the left tackle on Pelham, was the first to move.
Bopp leads them out. And Bopp carries, and he gets loose up the middle. And he gets down to about the 20-yard line. In the third period, Eastchester ahead 28-0 in this annual Colonial Cup game from Mount Vernon's Memorial Stadium. Here's Long, and he's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. I'll tell you, that defense, still about 3 yards to go, as there was no gain on that play whatsoever. Now Bopp back to pass, and he's going to keep it and get back to about the 20-yard line. There's a marker down on that play, I don't know, 30, 42-yard line. Okay, Jerry, thank you. 1st and 10 at about the 11. Now Long is in at quarterback, and he's going to take it himself. Gets down to about the 6 before he's brought down. Will call his own number from here on out. And he hands off to Tesoro, who gets very close to the first down. Joe DiDomenico carried. There at quarterback. And Long has it, and he's going to pass, and it's complete for a touchdown to number 22, Tim Carley. The soft action here from Mount Vernon's Memorial Stadium. I'm Paul Votano, along with Len Inzio and Jerry Fishoff and our cameraman Alan Meltzer. They're going to go for 2. Long back to pass. He fires. It's broken up. No good. So the score remains now Eastchester 28, Pelham 6. And it's kicked by not Bopp, but Looks like Mark
Briarcliff is playing Edgemont. And after that, Eastchester will be facing Edgemont in, I believe, 2 weeks. So we have some exciting games coming up.
I'm sure there'll be some Eastchester kids up at that Briarcliff game tomorrow. Here's Elton Lee, and he stopped behind the line of scrimmage back on about the 35. 3-year starters. Here's the handoff. It goes to Palmiato. Bangs his way up to about the 45-yard line. Ralph Zingaro. And Eastchester very close to the first down here.
The field, you'll know why John Madden would love to have him on his team.
Okay, 4th and short yardage. Ball's handed off to Palmiato. He has the first down and more as he gets inside for the remainder of this quarter, but we'll see what happens first. Here's Lee once again dancing around. And he's down to about the go at the 37-yard line. Montesano hands off to Lee, gets loose around the left side. Looks like he has the first down at about the 35. Bop was in there on the stop. Montesano makes sure his backs are ready. Pitches out to Mike Palmiato. Ball is handed off to Palmiato, and he has the first down and then some as he gets down to about the 24-yard line. Here's Elton Lee, pulls his way down to about the 20-yard line. Picked up. I'm very impressed with Montesano and his poise. This is Patone. Patone is loose, and he's going to go all the way for the touchdown. Now, I'll tell you, there's a guy that could start for most other teams in the section. And he has the unfortunate close to it. Montesano will be holding as Sarasi will be attempting the point after. Here's the kick. It's up, and it is good. Jerry Fishoff, is that 15 out of 15 on the season? Here along with number 33, Michael Tesoro. And Vigiano fumbles it and then falls on it. And along with Lennon Zio, Jerry Fishoff, and Alan Meltzer on the camera. All right, this is Long at quarterback on the option, goes around the right side. He's finally ridden out of bounds. Put a pay there with 6:58 remaining in the ball game, and they're on the short end of a 35-6 count. Long with it, up the middle, picked up a couple of yards. We make absolutely sure. Long with it, and hands off to, looks like Tesoro. We'll see what what develops here. And here is Long back to pass, and he finds a man. That's Paul DiDomenico, and he has a first down at the 45. So they're at their own 45, 1st and 10 for Pelham. Putting together something of a drive right now for them. Anyhow, here's Long. Calls his own number, and he's loose around the right side. And he is going to go all the way for a touchdown for Pelham. Beautiful run, no flags on the play. He goes 55 yards from his own. They're going to go for 2, obviously. Ball is handed off, and he's in. Fusco carries it in for the 2-point conversion. Well, yeah, they're going to play for that onside kick. Bob kicks it, and it's a squibbler. It's picked up by Mauro Piccinini. And look at this. He finds a seam, and he's going to go all the way for a touchdown. And he carried that ball 65 yards. from the 35-yard line. Mauro Piccinini makes it 41-14 Eastchester. Here's the snap. Kick is up, and it's good. Eastchester 40. Kicking off. Deep is Vigiano and Tesoro. Here's a squibbler. Vigiano, the freshman, has it, and he just lays right on top of it. At the game, the pitch is out to, looks like, was that Walcott?
So, Paul.
I think they went to extra innings last year and lost in 7. I think it's their turn now. Safety spots. And now we see there's timeout on the field. Pelham is called. He has it. Almost dragged down, getting ready to pass, and he is swarmed under at the 30-yard line. Host of tacklers.
Number 22 is Jim Carley.
Carley has it and gets rid of it. High end-over-end kick. Palmiano has it at his own 45, and he gets up to about mid.
Joined together on November 14th for the Eastchester Tuckahoe game. It's also a homecoming and a Rose Festival game. Back to the play, Paul.
And here we have a man loose, and that's the same guy that scored the touchdown, Mauro Piccinini, who is running at 10-yard line at about the 14. I think they're just going to go down on one knee, and they do. I was right about that. And that'll probably be the last play of the game. I don't see the clock moving, but it should be. Clock is ticking down now, and the seconds are ticking off here, somewhat slowly, but they're ticking off. So that obviously was the last play of the game. 3, 2, 1, 0. The game is over. Eastchester has won the 1992 Colonial Cup over Pelham by the score of 42-14. And Jerry Fishoff will be down with interviews with the MVPs or somebody that he will interview. But in the meanwhile,